Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. I have such a fun palette to try out today. This is the Freematic Eyeshadow Pro Palette from the brand DOUCCE. And I think this is a product that I redeemed ipsy points for a while ago. And I'm finally trying it out and I'm so excited. It looks so beautiful, so luxurious, as it should, because this has a retail value of $65. It's cruelty-free, and let's get into it. Oh, love the big mirror here. I mean, I haven't even touched these. I don't know anything about these yet, but I have a feeling this could be a good travel palette. So I love that it has, let's see, is this like a highlight shade? And does it have a cover on it? Yeah, it has like an actual, whoa, it comes out. I think all of these come out. It's a magnetic palette. That is so cool. Okay, I think this is a highlighter. I'm gonna swatch it while I have it out. Okay, I think this can be a highlighter. It looks maybe a bit dark. No, okay. When I swatched it, that actually looks very beautiful, glowy. It has some shimmer to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and try this one as a highlighter on my face. And I just apply my highlighter on my face with my finger. So let's see how this looks on my cheeks. I mean, it does have sparkle to it, so you can see like an obvious streak of sparkles on my face, which is just not my personal preference when it comes to highlighters. I also don't feel like it's super intense for a highlighter, so maybe this will actually be better suited to wear on my eyes, because I love to wear sparkle on my eyes, not so much on my cheeks here. But this is actually like an eyeshadow shade that I reach for a lot, for the lid, for brow and inner corner highlights, so that is exciting. I kind of wish it worked better on my cheeks as well, but that's okay. So then I have 8 eyeshadows in here, and it's pretty much all shimmers matched up to the matte version of that shade, which is so cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do some swatches. They're not extremely pigmented when you first touch them. This is like my 4th time trying to pick up this white shimmer, and it's barely showing up on my finger here. Let's try some of the mattes. Yeah. Let's do this black one. Yeah, the black is definitely not seeming super pigmented. Just from the looks of these, I thought that they would be really pigmented. They're swatching decently. Yeah, that white is not super pigmented, but yeah, neither is that black. I don't know, the like reddish metallic swatched pretty nicely, but the rest of them were just so-so. Try to show you the swatches here. I always get so distracted while I'm filming, not listening to the sounds around me, but you're probably like, what is that sound? So my boyfriend is working on our basement and he's using, I think, like some sort of saw, and yep, it's definitely going off right now, so that is definitely something you can hear in the background. So sorry about that. I feel like that happens a lot too with my dog barking in the background. Like when I'm editing my videos, I hear it and I'm like, why did I not even realize that while I was filming? But so I'm definitely gonna try these out with and without an eyeshadow primer. So of course going in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And I think this could actually make a big difference since these don't seem super pigmented on their own. An eyeshadow primer like this could really make a difference. So just blending this all over the lid. So it does come with this light off-white shade here. in matte. So I'm just gonna pick this up and just lightly dust it all over the lid because I like to set my eyelid with a matte light shade just to prep the lid, cancel out some discoloration here. I think it's really cool that this is a magnetic palette, but there's like empty space at the top or the bottom. So as I'm trying to pick up the product, it's like moving in the palette. So that's kind of annoying. And it also doesn't open all the way, which is also a little bit annoying. Not something I would have thought would bother me with a palette, but I'm like struggling a little bit here. Like I like the idea of the packaging, but it's not the easiest to use, I guess. But okay. Got that light shade all over my eyelid, and that's fine. It canceled out some discoloration. Didn't show up crazy pigmented, but I think it's fine. So now I am going to move on to I'm going to actually do a crease and transition shade with this matte brown here. Sometimes I do a lighter shade in the transition, then I go into a deeper shade in the crease. But in this case, I'm going to just do a crease and transition area with this shade. Oh my gosh, look at me. I just forgot about my usual step number 2, which is brow and inner corner highlight. So putting down that transition shade, and I'm gonna go for this white shimmer. Even though I could definitely use this shade for that purpose, I already tried that out on my cheek, so I want to try and use as many shades as possible. Yeah, so this one, it shows up sparkly, and it's very bright white, so it's almost a little too light for that brow highlight. I'd probably use this one here, but for that inner corner, I like it to be really bright, so let's try this out in the inner corner. Yeah, I think that's my best use for this white shimmer, or on the eyelid, depending on the eyeshadow look. But for highlight, I think this is great for the inner corner, and you can layer it up to get it to show up more pigmented, because I feel like I have to apply so much. This is my 4th coat, if you want to call it that, of applying it to that inner corner for it to show up as bright as I want it to. For a $65 palette, I just feel like these are not the quality that I would expect. So I feel like it doesn't take too much to get a good eye highlight. It's such a small area. I really just want it to be bright and have some sheen or sparkle or something to it, and this serves that purpose. But going back into that crease transition area, this shade actually is looking pretty good. It's blending out easily, good pigment that's also buildable. But once again, I do feel like the transition area, it's not too hard, I guess, for an eyeshadow to look good in this area, because it can be kind of sheer. It doesn't have to be super pigmented. So this shade is good. It's fine for this area. So we do have some good core basic shades in here to do this basic start to an eyeshadow look that I feel like I'm always going back to. That off-white on the lid, a brown in the crease, a shimmery highlight on the brown in the inner corner. So I like that I have all those shades in this palette. But next we can amp it up a bit. I'm going to pick up the maroon matte shade here and just apply a little bit of that into that outer corner. Add a little dimension here. So you can see like that is barely showing up. And I keep dipping back in to the palette to pick up more product, and it's very subtle and sheer for such a dark shade in the palette. So, you know, tip that I heard recently on how you can incorporate black eyeshadows into your looks is I could pick up some of the black eyeshadow with this to darken it. So I'm going to try that out. Picking up some of the black and the maroon here. Oh yeah, I'm actually really liking how that looks. The black isn't super pigmented either, but that actually kind of goes well with this to make it, yeah, just like a darker maroon and give my eye more of that depth that I was looking for. I really should get back to that like tape hack because this outer corner of my eye always gets so messed up. I mean, you can easily just take like a makeup remover and clean that area up. But it's tricky, right? But okay, picking up maroon and black, just kind of jumping the brush in between the two. Oh my gosh, I love that. That helps so much. So I have officially used all of the matte shades in this eyeshadow look. Yeah, because I'm not a huge fan of like red maroon eyeshadows. So mixing it in with the black makes it a little bit more purpley. I find it to be a little bit more of like a flattering shade for me. So yay, I'm really happy with that. These two eyes are not looking super symmetrical right now though. What's going on? Okay, I'm liking the direction that we're going in here. I feel like any of these shimmer shades would look perfect on the rest of the eyelid because it's a really cohesive palette, which is great. I think I'm gonna go for this brown shimmer. And just using my finger, I'm gonna apply this to the rest of the eyelid. Wow, not very impressive. Like a metallic in a $65 palette should be so pigmented, opaque, shiny, and beautiful. And this one is just literally lackluster. So, okay, just gonna kind of blend that in a bit. Like you can barely even tell it has shimmer to it. And it's not a very interesting color. It just looks so bland. I'm so surprised. I did see that the reviews of this palette on Ipsy were not incredible, and I completely agree with my fellow Ipsy subscribers. Like, you just expect more from a palette like this. And I think the look that I'm getting is nice, but I've been trying out a lot of very inexpensive eye palettes, dollar store eyeshadow palettes, and this is truly in line with the quality I've been seeing in those $1 palettes. And those are good $1 palettes, but like, this just is not really impressing me, you know? And I've tried out so many eyeshadow palettes that are amazing, and this is just, it's so-so. I do like the colors in it. It's pretty like fall vibes kind of colors, but also neutral. You can create very neutral, everyday type of looks. But yeah, that shimmer, just like usually when I add a shimmer to the lid, it really makes the eyeshadow look pop, and it really adds something to the look. I just feel like I'm not really getting too much from this eyeshadow look. But I'm gonna finish it off with another shimmer along the lower lash line. I feel like this dark brown shimmer here will pull it all together pretty nicely. So just gonna blend this along that lower lash line. And this looks fine. It's like a nice chocolate brown. feel like it's not showing up as pigmented or dark as it looks in the pan here, but I don't need anything super dark along that lower lash line. I actually like to keep this kind of lighter and smoked out, but this did turn into a bit of a more glam, smoky eye look. But wow, you know what? I didn't even realize this as I was going through, but I used almost every shade in here except for that maroon shimmer. And since there's only one shade I haven't used, I'm just gonna have to incorporate a little bit. So I'm gonna pick it up on my finger here and just tap it onto that outer corner. And I feel like with a nice quality maroon eyeshadow, this would add a little shimmer to it, make the eyeshadow pop even more, but I don't feel like this is adding too much shimmer texture really. It adds a little something, but just all in all, not too amazed here. Just blend this out. They do seem to blend decently. But yeah, I used every single color in this look on my eyes and face right now. So here you can see my finished look. And I like my finished look. It's just not super impressive. It doesn't look like I used beautiful, buttery, gorgeous eyeshadows, because I didn't. And to think that this palette cost $65, no. Save your money, get a cheaper, better quality eyeshadow palette. That would be my advice. I'm always extra bummed when the packaging on something seems so amazing and when it's a really high-end product, but that it didn't actually perform to my expectations or my hopes. But if you've tried this out, I would love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video. Oh, and you know what? I always forget about this part. To compare with and without an eyeshadow primer. This is with the primer. This is without the primer. There actually is really no difference. Like this one doesn't seem to be all that less pigmented than with the primer. And I don't think I'm really having creasing, but both eyes are still pretty dull, so it doesn't even seem like a primer made that much of a difference.